watching so they don't hurt our feelings.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay, hello and welcome
Hello
to
there.
Kiki and Gibbets, Love After Lockup edition, broadcasting live from Hawaii
And from New York.
and New York. Oh my god! So, what do you think of the episode? I watched it last night.
What did I think of the episode? Chance gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Me too. Something bad's gonna happen. I feel like it.
Chance gives me
I
the
feel like
heebie-jeebies. And Ray Dean's teeth.
I know. What's his name? Thinks she's beautiful. What's his name again?
Right.
I have to look in the notes for what's his name. We haven't gone far enough. And okay, here's who else is giving me the freaking heebie-jeebies. Martel. Rick. Okay, Rick. I think she's gorgeous. But this just goes to show what I always say. Okay, there's someone for everyone in this world. And if you do not believe me, watch this show or My 600-Pound Life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes.
People don't give up on love. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, yeah. Martel, in all of his confessionals or whatever you call it, the interviews, he looks like he's wasted, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And he's all, there's a lot she doesn't know about me. I'm the murderer. I don't know. Anyway, hopefully we'll have a chance to interview Taylor next week. WeTV contacted us and asked if we would like to.
Yes.
So if you have any questions for Taylor, send them our way. And not quite sure what day, but we're going to get it together. Very exciting.
Yes,
also
very
exciting that WeTV is contacting us and we're not begging for interviews, which is pretty much how we've spent most of our podcast, like begging people.
Yes.
So this is a good turn of event. Now
yes,
clearly
isn't it?
We're America's premium Love After Lockup podcast. So anyway, okay, let's start with Taylor and Chance as I look at my notes on my iPhone. So you start.
And so the first thing that I noticed, he looks so much older than her. He's only like 40,
is,
but he's only 41.
He's 41, but she's 26.
But he looks so much older than 41, and he looks like.
You think?
Yes, I think he does.
He's lived a hard life, Mary.
I know.
He's been in prison.
Yeah, I know.
I think prison fucks with you. Like prison must age you. That's got to be pretty stressful going to prison.
Yeah.
Do you think we should try it so we can report back?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay, now I'm disappearing. Hold on. Oh, we're having all sorts of technical difficulties today.
I think we're gonna have to edit this later after it's recorded. We'll have to crop out the beginning of it. So, okay, I agree. He looks older. She's very excited about him meeting the girls, and he seems very excited too. But this fucking freaked me out when he pulls up to the house and he's like, "It's my house too now, so he can make rules also." I'm like, "Are you paying rent?
Me?
Excuse me? Baking powder? Excuse me? Yeah. Like this, no, it's not your house. This is her house with her children and her sister. And no, I don't think you should move Bobby to the garage.
No.
Like, what the hell? I mean, and he's got a job, but it's like a job that she arranged for him. And he can't get his license because he got his license and then it got suspended in the same day. What the hell is that? I did not understand anything that was happening there. Some citation in 2013 while he was locked up. Or 2018 when he was locked up. This dude's been in jail a long ass time. I don't think they end up there by accident. Like he did something messed up. I feel certain of it.
Yes.
He's definitely not, he's not being racially profiled. I'll tell you that much.
No, he's not being racially profiled. I'll tell you that much.
No. Yeah, white men aren't. I feel like my shirt's all weird. Can you see what it says though? Thou shalt not try me. Mood 24/7. And I mean it, everyone. Do not fuck with me. Anyway, so I don't like it. And I don't understand this whole license situation at all. But I mean, I hope he gets his job. But still, I
Yes.
have a feeling I don't like people that are like, my house, my rules. That is such a red flag to me. Or to quote Rick, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
So I
gosh, but
didn't like that. And he's worried he's nervous about Bobby. And he's talking to Bobby, and I'm looking at her. Her bullshit detector is going
oh,
bing, 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 bing,
definitely,
bing, 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 bing.
definitely. Bobby's
She
looking
didn't
at
believe
him like
one
you are
damn
so
word he
full of
says.
shit. Mm-hmm.
Because I think he is full of shit. Highly likely to be full of shit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm with Bobby on this, and it's gonna be dramatic. So like, what did he mean by Taylor showed out in the closet, but he couldn't return the favor? Susan, my stepsister who was watching this with me, she's like, that means he couldn't get it up. Is that what you
I, I,
what is this?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like this man.
I don't like him either.
Anyway,
I don't like him
anyway, they
either.
eventually had sex. They had sex, and she's not disappointed with the size of his penis. So, like, did a producer ask that question, or did she just offer that?
She
So,
probably just offered it.
Taylor, tell us, are you satisfied with the size of his penis? Like, Jesus Christ. No pressure for the guys out there at all, right?
No,
Like, what
not
if
at
people
all.
were constantly asking, so were you satisfied with the tightness of her vajayjay? Like, how fucking insulting, right? I don't like that. I feel bad for guys with average or small sized dicks. It's not okay.
It's not okay to ask. It's not
No,
okay.
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so Taylor's worried about the dynamic between Chance and Bobby, and she should be. It's not going to go
Yes,
well. Let me clarify this for you, Taylor. And if we meet you next week, I'm going to explain. No, it's not going to go well. But
it
she
is
already
not going
knows
to go
that, right?
well.
Yeah.
But I think she needs to be more worried about Chance and her kids.
Absolutely. And that whole interaction made me feel extremely nervous. The level of familiarity that he took on seems inappropriate to me. You know,
Same here.
like what the actual fuck? And then I also was like convinced he was going to drop one of them when he's throwing him up in the air. I was like, don't do it. I'm like the big, scared, overprotective mom all the
And you
time.
know, and when the middle one got upset and
Got all
she ran
salty
off,
and left.
right?
Yeah.
When she
Mhm.
came back, she didn't want him to throw her up in the air.
No,
And he was
no.
just like insisting on it. And that whole thing kind of made me uncomfortable.
I also felt very uncomfortable watching that. I did. Anyway, it's like they're so attached. And this is what I always don't like about this show is that the women, they like push a relationship between the prisoner and their kids when they really don't even know what this dude is like.
I
Like,
know.
you can't,
I know. And then the
I
children,
know, the kids.
and then the children suffer. They're like the collateral damage, and it's
Always,
fucked up.
always. How many times have we seen this? Like, remember Sarah and Michael, and those were his children too.
Yes, those were his
And it's,
children.
yeah, and like, whoa, I feel bad for them. They never see him.
I
And
know.
then what was the other lady with the bad wigs? I can't remember.
Shabao. Oh my god.
The minute this season's over, I like completely forget who these people are.
Yes, Shabao with the
Chevelle
bad
with the
wig.
bad wigs.
Oh
Talking
my
like having them call him
Quavon.
daddy.
Yes, Daddy. Oh my god. Hi,
No, no,
Daddy. Oh,
no,
that
no,
was.
no. And then we see how Chance is like Mr. Domineering. Like, he's like, you're not doing what I told you to do. It's like, calm down.
So
And
much for handling stressful situations. Remember, she was, when
yeah,
he came out of prison and her car stalled. Oh, look, he's handling stressful situations. Wow, so much for that, huh?
so much for that. Yeah, I don't like it. And prison, you can call it prison mentality. I call it macho dude,
Yes.
entitled white guy mentality. And I do not
Yes.
care for it at all.
No.
So all I want to say is, Chance, we are watching you.
We are watching you, Chance. We are
Yep.
watching you.
You better not hurt those little girls. Okay.
Exactly.
So let's move on to Kayla and Martel. Also, tons of shadiness going on, in my opinion. I'm glad sex was great. That's
Mhm.
awesome. He's throwing out all his prison clothes. That means he expects her to buy him new clothes, right?
Of course. Of course. Of
And when they're
course.
driving, he's getting constant phone calls. And I'm like, what is going on here? Yes, he's been gone for a long time, but imagine this. So, like, who was he hanging out with before he went to prison? And were they like drug dealers and shit? So they're like, cool, he's out of prison. We can start dealing again. That was all I could think of.
He is high caliber. He has lots of friends.
Oh, I know, high caliber. You're so high caliber that you've been in prison for 13 years. I'm sorry. I feel like you're not that high caliber. Like you did something fucked up. There is no question in my mind. You did something fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what to say about that. I do want to say this that I really wish I knew how to do this on my iPad like horizontally. So sorry for being in portrait view. Yeah, so he won't put the call on speaker. So who the hell knows who he's talking to? She wants him to put a tracker on his phone. And he's like, not happening.
I don't think so. I've been in jail for 13 years. Everything I've done's been monitored. Every movement, every phone call, every email. And Kayla's like, we'll talk about this later.
Yeah. As soon as you're asleep, I'm putting a tracker on your phone.
Exactly.
Well, what do you think about that? Do you think that asking someone to put a tracker on the phone demonstrates like a lack of trust and also like a feeling of like, I'm going to be all over you? Because if somebody asked me to put a tracker on my phone, I would say no, unless I was like married to them or I just shared my location with you permanently. But we've been in
That
love for a
feels
long time.
special.
Our love affair has been going for, a while. And we're
Yes.
not in jail at all. So there
No,
you
we're
go.
not in jail, so that's
So I don't know. Anyway, so he gets to meet with his mom and his sister in a parking lot for 5 seconds near the halfway house. I want to say that sister had the most beautiful smile I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, she did.
Did you notice that? She has such a gorgeous smile.
That was actually his niece, his mom and his
Oh,
niece.
sorry. My bad. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. His niece. My bad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was super cute. What did
Yes.
you think of the mom and the relationship? Because she's like very protective, but like she did not seem, you know how a lot of these moms are like, watch out for my kid because
Right.
he's not
Yeah.
necessarily someone you can
Mm-hmm.
trust. This mom just seemed like he just graduated Harvard or something. Like, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I was like, maybe you shouldn't be that proud. Like, maybe you should be like, son, this is your last chance. Like, that's how I would be. Like, I'm so glad you are released. And I hope you will start a new life where you are living legally and not doing illegal things and ending up back in jail. But I did kind of like her at
Yeah.
the same time. Like she was ride or die kind of mom, so I like that. So, and she says there was all these people looking out for him when he was in prison. No, he said that. And what he meant by looking out for, he meant sending him money.
Of course.
Probably other women too.
Who knows?
But what do you think that like, what do you think he means by there's a lot she doesn't know about me? He's got other girlfriends, right?
Probably, like you said, there was probably other women sending him money while he was in prison.
We will find out. I mean, I
Or
think we as the audience will find out, but
maybe
otherwise,
he has a profile on that TikTok that Mindy found Harry on.
yeah, I don't know. Let's find out.
Let's find
We will
out.
find out. Nancy Drew on the trail. And if you don't know who Nancy Drew is, her name is Mary.
That be me.
Mary finds out everything. She makes friends with all the cast members, and soon they're spilling all their secrets. So good for you, Mary.
Thank you.
Want to move on to like creepy couple number 3, Rick and Ray Dean.
Ray Dane.
There's a lot to unpack.
Number one is that
I
smile. Oh my God.
I know he thinks she's beautiful. I think she has two massive cavities in the front of her mouth. And I mean, we shouldn't judge people for their lack of
And
dental
no, we
work.
should
And
not at all. But
we're messy bitches. So
yes, we are
I
messy
don't like her
bitches.
vibe. She's got like a strung out, methy vibe. And she reminds me of Lindsay getting
Yes,
out.
she does. That's who I was trying to put my finger on it. Yes, she reminds me of Lindsay. Yes.
And just like Lindsay, she's got a girlfriend. All these
Yes.
women come out and have girlfriends. I'm like amazed by this. The men don't, or maybe they just don't talk about it. I don't know. But the girls all like come out like, I have a girlfriend and she's just
Yes.
going to be there. So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to deal with it. How does that work? Like, can you imagine saying that to your husband?
No, not at all.
Like, about our love affair?
I
Because you are
know.
my girlfriend. But you're like my non-sexual soul, like cellmate for life. That's
Yes,
how I look
cellmate
at
for
it.
life.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So they're letting her out for Thanksgiving. That's kind of an interesting situation that they can be furloughed from the
Yes.
halfway house.
Yeah. I didn't know that they do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, maybe not. I mean, that's weird. So like, and he's excited to eat dinner and have sex. I think Ray Dean has zero interest in having sex with him. That is my impression so far. Don't you think?
This much interest.
Big old zero.
Zero,
Yeah.
zero, zero.
Yeah. And she's like, he's already trying to stick his tongue down my throat. Well, if you were in love, that's the kind of thing one does, no?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
So she's saying, I don't want him to kiss me, which screams, I'm not attracted to you. And also, I'm not attracted to him because that whole thing with
I'm
his
not
dick
attracted
and
to
the
him either.
blurring out,
Oh my
he
God.
showed his hard dick to the producer. Like, that is the most disgusting thing I have seen yet on this show. And that's why I don't like him. But you know what I was thinking the whole time when he's like, I'm going to put my email on out of office and all this stuff. I was like, he probably works at my company. He's probably some geeky IT guy. I know this type. There's tons of them in Silicon Valley where like they're IT guys and programmers, but on the weekend they're Harley dudes, man. Like I swear, I'm gonna like go into VMware. I'm like gonna go to my company and like look in the directory. Anyway, so she's always been bad. Like, okay,
She
she
tried to
broke.
stab her brother with a broken broomstick.
Yeah,
What
that should be
the
your first
actual
red
fuck?
flag, Rick. Right.
Oh
Maybe
my
she should
God.
be locked up, right? Like, you know that term, he's a bad seed. She's a
Yes.
bad seed. Do you
Bad
ever
to
read
the
that book?
bone.
Bad to the book. Do you ever read the book, The Bad Seed?
No, I did
It's
not.
really good. Classic literature. Look it up. Anyway, Google it, people. It's a very short book, but it's kind of like that. It's about a little girl who basically is born bad and like evil, murdering kind of bad.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yeah. Anyway, so he's not down with like a throuple at all.
Nope. He is not, he won't start a family as a triplet.
I don't blame him. But the thing is about this situation, I just want to say all these men who are like, I don't care, she's got women, they're just thinking in their mind about the pornos that they've seen, which is like girl on girl. But in their fantasies, this is some anonymous girl who goes away afterwards and has no feelings and no actual emotional connection to them. And that
Right.
is not how it works, especially with women, right? I feel like women are rarely just randomly fucking people that they have no feelings for. I could be wrong. I mean, I've fucked plenty of people I wasn't really emotionally. Okay, I take it back. Never mind.
Never mind.
Right. So the first thing she does when she walks in the house is like like FaceTime her girlfriend.
I know. She's like, Mom, do you want to meet Kay? Hi, Kay, here's my mom. Kay, you want to meet my dad? And Dad's sitting right next to Rick.
I know. And Dad's like, well, you're a pretty little thing. I've seen your picture. And Susan, my stepsister, is sitting with me watching this. She's like, "Oh my god, he's giving me total pedo vibes. Like the dad is creepy as fuck, isn't he?"
Yes, yes. At that moment, he was creepy as fuck. Yes.
Oh my god, this is like a really interesting cast this season. To me, this is almost like the sleaziest cast I've ever seen. So good job, WeTV.
Yes, good job.
Good job, casting department. It's fun.
And Rick is
Yeah.
like, the whole family knew about the girlfriend and no one told me. Red
And he's like,
flag,
red flag,
red
red
flag.
flag, red flag, red flag. So at least he's that. He's smart enough. See, he's an IT guy. He's smart enough to know that this is shady, and he's
Yes.
her bank. He's her ATM machine. You know what? I don't like you, Radine. I didn't like Rick either, but I like Radine even less because she's scamming him. I don't like it. Okay, Kevin and Tiffany. I would like to start this section by saying, Kevin, you're a fucking tool. Like, there is no one I've ever, like, you are all the things I hate. Except if WeTV says, do you want to interview him? Then I love him.
All right, so let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Who's worse, Max from Love During Lockup or Kevin?
Kevin.
Okay.
That's my feeling. Because I feel like Max is young and just stupid and vain, but like really an insecure guy who has become like totally obsessed with his physicality because it helps him feel less insecure. That's my analysis of Max. And yes, he's an asshole. He's doing all those dumb things that like he's he's just really self-focused. But this guy is not just self-focused. He's like scummy. Don't you feel like that?
Yes, he is scummy. This guy is scummy.
So he's pissed off. He's chain smoking. And then Tiffany calls.
Chain smoking, yes, pissed off chain smoking.
So Tiffany calls him.
And he's like, hey, what happened?
And she's like, I got in trouble with my girlfriend. And he's like, were you fighting? She's like, well, no, we were doing something and they walked in on us. So here's another one with her girlfriend. This is just like Orange is the New Black.
I know, right? Everyone has a girlfriend.
They're all fucking back there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, good for you. Get it, girl. I have no problem with that. But like, you got to be honest about it.
Mm-hmm.
Be like Radine. Be like Radine.
Yes, be like Radine.
Oh my god.
Oh,
so now suddenly she doesn't want him to pick her up.
She has another ride. Maybe they could just hang out another time.
See how fast they've changed their tune? Mm-hmm. All of you out there who are considering dating an inmate, rethink.
Like, yes.
Rethink. You cannot just trust someone's word. Like, you don't know them. If you have not known them for years and then they went in jail, I mean, but also like prison changes these people, right? You don't know. And they're desperate for communication with the outside world and they're desperate for money on their JK. So like, I don't know. So then we meet the other man.
Yes.
Who frankly seems like a much better option to me. And he's like, she's the girl who everyone was after in high school.
Oh my God. The last time he spoke to her, they were like 19 or something. I mean, come on. This is not the same chick that he knew back in high school.
No.
So
she was really cute though, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
I thought she was really, really cute. Yeah, but that means nothing.
Exactly.
And then suddenly 2 weeks ago, she contacted him and was like, I've missed you.
Mm-hmm.
What? They never dated.
And he falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go pick her up. She's going to spend the night with me.
Who do you think on this show is dumber, the women or the men?
I really don't know.
50-50. I think it's both. They're all
I think it is both. So what do you call a throuple plus one? Because now we have Kevin, Kayla, Tiffany, and Curtis.
Oh yeah, Tiffany. I mean,
Kayla.
Kayla.
You can't forget
Psycho
Kayla.
Kayla.
Because she'll come storming right in the middle.
Frankly, I think that like he should go with Kayla.
Yeah, you should go with
I
Kayla.
think this is a guy who only wants what he can have. That's my impression. He's such a tool. Why? Why does anyone like him? Kayla, why do you like him so much? Maybe he's good in bed. I don't know. He's
I don't know.
gross.
He is gross.
He's gross. Yeah. Anyway, so we will see what happens with this.
Because Kevin's going to drive down there anyway to see what's going on.
And pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I could send an email to some of these people, but it's too late because whatever happened has already happened.
Exactly.
And it's probably like a year ago now. So it's too late for our warnings. As I would really like to say, if there's anyone out there watching our podcast, and you have not been filmed by Love After Lockup yet, like, we're happy to give you some advice because we've analyzed this in detail. So
just hit us up.
Don't call Indy's psychic and then just take her word for it.
Yes, please do not use Indy psychic.
Who we were going to interview but kept ghosting us. So
yes,
who like texts us after the interview time is completely over.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so speaking of Indy, Indiera, whose mother is our best friend, who I love passionately.
Yes.
I'm going to get a tattoo of her face on my ass. That's how much I like Yolanda the Bounty Hunter.
I want her to adopt me.
I know. Except she's our age.
Exactly. But I still want her to adopt me.
I just want to go to game night.
Oh, yeah, me too. Totally.
I have a total crush on John, who can astral project. In fact, I'm gonna email Yolanda and be like, can you ask John to give me a little information on how he does astral projection? Because then I can come visit you astrally, Mary.
There we go. Sounds good to me.
It sounds freeing to leave your body occasionally, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I know for me it does. Anyway, so Indy is trying to like calm the conflict and like deal with it. And he needs to put on his big boy panties and go back and apologize to Lydia.
This whole scene with Lydia and Harry.
Cringe.
I should cry. But first of all, you could tell that they reverted to some childhood shit then. First of all, like my friend said. Secondly, Lydia was like, you want to fucking yell? I'm going to yell louder than you. This is my motherfucking house. And you're going to humble yourself. And I'm going to yell louder than you. And
my house, my rules.
And you go, girl, because that would have been totally...
She's tough, right? She's really tough.
She is really
tough. I
like her. Yes.
I like her. But she's like, okay, go ahead. Talk. Go on, talk. Talk. And he's all... You see the little brother, he's like, but I can't even, like, he totally like threw like a 5-year-old tantrum and walked out. But I can't even get a word in because he keeps saying talk over and over again. I don't like him. He's shady. And he's like gonna be like a total alcoholic and like all he's doing is drinking so far.
Yes.
I mean, he's also
he always has a bottle in his fucking hand. Come on, Harry, what the fuck?
Indy. Save yourself. Run away. Run
Indy girl.
Away. No, when we interviewed her, which if you haven't seen our interview, you should watch it. It was really a great interview.
Yes.
She comes across, she's very like stable and mature, like, but she's like, we're like, can you, we know you can't give us spoilers, but, can you give us something overall about this relationship, about this season, what's going to happen? She's like, it's an emotional roller coaster. It is.
And as we could see from the preview, it is going to be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Because there is a baby. There is a baby.
And he admits to his friend that he's cheated.
Yes.
And he also is not ready for marriage. And he's also not ready to settle down. These people lie. That's the thing. Because it's really easy to feel that way in a fantasy world. You're locked
Exactly.
up and you're like, when I get out, I want a new life. I want to, be straight. I want to, but like he gets out, like no, he's also like 10 years old. Like he's a child. He's
Yeah.
what, 24 or something.
Yes, he's 24, been in jail since 17.
He is not ready for anything
I
approximating
mean,
marriage
he
at
went to
all.
jail at my son's age. My son is 17.
And he was in jail for 7 years. Well,
Yes,
yeah, remember he did some bad shit,
yes,
kidnapping.
kidnapping. Yes.
And then he starts saying things like, I'm not ready to commit. Like I didn't even plan on living past the age of 16.
I know. That's
I'm seeing
crazy.
deep-seated emotional problems in this person. Anyway, and his friend seemed like he was trying to give him some good advice, like cheating doesn't end well in relationships, you think?
Mm-hmm.
I think Harry needs to get in touch with the fact that he's not ready. And Indy, I'm going to be so sad when he breaks your heart because she is so sincere. So, I mean, I really like Indy. Anyone can say what they want. I know people, what they're saying on social media, but I actually think she's a very sincere, loving individual who, really wants a stable relationship.
Yes, she loves with all her heart and soul. She loves with 220% of herself.
Right.
She may jump
I
in a
also
little
don't think
quickly,
she's,
but
yeah, I don't think she's stupid either. Like the whole thing with the psychic and all the
mm-hmm,
crystals and all the mantras and stuff, it's kind of kooky, but like that whole family, that's their family culture. So it's
right.
not like she just started doing this. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
this is Yolanda. I mean, John's astral projecting. They're all like super crunchy. Like, how are they there and not living by me in Santa Cruz? Because,
Right.
dude, the culture around me, like they would fit in really well and where I live in Santa Cruz anyway. Yeah. So Lacey and Antoine.
Oh,
This is a mess.
and this is a Shakespearean tragedy. I swear.
What do you mean by that?
Antoine's mom is a hot fucking mess.
Yeah.
She was drunk and high as fuck. I don't care. She was high as fuck.
But here's the thing. When you're drunk and high as fuck, you're often telling the truth.
Exactly.
And she's like,
Exactly.
you don't even know. You cannot. My son is bad news and you can't trust him. I don't trust him as far as I can
They're
trust.
friends, and they were friends.
I know.
So she's trying to tell her friend, stay the fuck away from my son. Nobody knows my son like I do.
I believe her. But why did she introduce them then? Oh, maybe she introduced them so she would send him money. Maybe she's part of this whole thing with the money.
Maybe.
I don't understand what is going on here. And she tells Lacey that she's in denial. I am inclined to believe the same thing.
Yes, so do I.
I don't understand why the introduction happened. Like, why did she want to introduce her?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I just think everyone should come to Hawaii and go diving. It'd be better.
Yes, me too. I wish I was there.
Would you go scuba diving with me?
I would try. I can't swim. I can't scuba dive.
You can't swim. You can't scuba. You would die.
I would die. She's trying to kill me, people.
No, I'm not. I just want to go out and play with you. Anyway, that's all we have for this week.
That's it for this week.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the awkward beginning. I've never live streamed on my iPod before. So hopefully in the recorded version, we can cut that part. Can we do that? Can we edit the recording? We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Anyway, tune in next week for another exciting installment. And in the meantime, Mary's a really, really, really good podcaster, and she has 90 Days and 900 Seconds podcast, which is really fun for, 90 Day Fiance. And also she does little gossip segments, which occasionally I participate in, but mostly not because I'm like over it.
Brianna's over it.
I'm just tired. I work a lot. And if you're feeling like your life is stressful and maybe you need to make a new start and go inside, then go to youtube.com/Brianna's Nirvana, because I have a bunch of meditation videos, and they're short, like they're really for beginners.
Really short. Yes.
Yeah. I have, like, we're all into the numbers. I'm like, I have a 7-day, 7-minute, 7 chakra meditation challenge. And if you have any questions, you can just put them in the comments. I answer every comment unless they're mean.
Yes.
And then I answer them like this.
And then I answer them when they're mean.
I know, Mary's like my bodyguard, man. She'll mobilize our troll army.
Yes, I will. And I have a troll army.
Yeah, you do. We have a troll army. We're all like, don't mess with our girls. We're a doxy, man.
Like, back off.
Back off. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you back here next time.